Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here reporting for WeAreChange.org, and we have yet another lawsuit out there alleging human trafficking, and this time it's a longtime financial associate of George Soros, Howard Rubin. The 63-page lawsuit alleges that he raped, beat, and drugged women over 4 incidents in 2016. One of the most disturbing accusations of this lawsuit is that one of the women is alleging that he said, "I'm going to rape you like I raped my daughter." These are the people we're dealing with, folks, and unfortunately, this isn't the first time that an associate of George Soros has been in the midst of alleged human trafficking. We know that David Brock, the head of Media Matters, ended up in those Podesta emails that many researchers have pointed to have ties to human trafficking. And what a time we actually live in, folks. After all, we are finally seeing the dam break on some of this unbelievable sexual behavior. Andy Rapp, an actor in the new Star Trek series, has alleged that Kevin Spacey sexually assaulted him when he was only a 14-year-old boy. Now, no matter how much the mainstream media tried to spin this as Kevin Spacey's coming out party, many people pointed to the fact that this didn't mean he was a homosexual. This meant that he was a sexual predator of young boys.
I'm gay, and as a gay woman, I have a lot of problems with Kevin Spacey's statement. First problem, it is inappropriate to respond to an accusation of pedophilia by saying, "I'm gay." Those two things are totally unrelated. Let me be clear. Coming out is a courageous act of honesty, not a justification for a crime you committed.
And Vulture.com got another witness to go on the record and speak of a relationship he had in the early 80s with Spacey when he was a 14-year-old boy. He also alleges not only did they have inappropriate sexual contact, but that Spacey eventually tried to anally rape him. Now, another caveat to this is that Kevin Spacey was named on the flight logs of the Lolita Express, yes, Jeffrey Epstein's private planes. And although Epstein has only been convicted of one count of being with a 14-year-old prostitute, there are many allegations out there that he ran a widespread network of underage girls. And now we have to wonder, were underage boys part of this, seeing that Spacey was on those planes?
Jeffrey Epstein, who has been gone to jail for being with underage girls, boys, whatever it is.
In fact, it was little reported in the mainstream media that just in the beginning of October, Epstein paid out another $5.5 million in a lawsuit to 3 of his victims. And not only that, but the lawsuits continue as the lawyers of these victims is suing Epstein for defamation and more. So the saga has not been written on Epstein quite yet. And in fact, it may even intertwine with the Harvey Weinstein scandal. Now, right now, we know that Harvey Weinstein has at least one allegation of trying to be with Kate Beckinsale when she was only 17 years old. According to Beckinsale, he later asked if anything happened because he couldn't remember. Now, this shows just how predatory the behavior of Weinstein was and how many of these altercations must be out there that have still been unreported. The question is he intertwined with Epstein? We now have this clip where Weinstein discusses being the projectionist for Bill Clinton and going on vacation with him.
I've had the privilege of knowing the president for 20 years, and I just wanted to tell you that how I really got to know the president really well. Some of you don't know because there wasn't a Senate confirmation hearing. This was done rather privately. I was the chief projectionist at the White House from 1992 to 2000. And I'm going to tell you, the president and I saw so many movies together. I'm not kidding, by the way. We even built went on vacation, we even built a little portable screening room for the president.
Now, we know that Bill Clinton took vacations on Epstein's jet to Epstein's Island at least 26 times during this time period. So that question is also in the air. Now finally, Corey Feldman has started to name names in the public. And although there are some internet sleuths out there that have alleged to have found the links to the pseudonyms he uses in his book Choreography, we now have Corey Feldman actually confirming this week on Dr. Oz that actor John Grissom was one of the people that took advantage of him.
It's the guy.
John Grissom.
Yeah.
Where in Mexico is he?
We can find out because I found him through Facebook.
How'd you know which one? You just went through and you found them?
This guy on his MySpace page and his Facebook page has got pictures of me and Corey Haim.
You're kidding.
No, he still taunts it, flaunts it.
Now, in my opinion, this man is one of the lower level pedophiles in a network who Corey Feldman is now trying to put pressure on to release more of these names. And folks, it does seem like the dam is beginning to break. It does seem as though we have a chance to really get this out into the public eye and stop this type of behavior once and for all. However, out of the names that have been named, we know there are many, many more. For instance, look how blasé comedian Ricky Gervais brings up pedophilia in Hollywood when he's pressured about possibly offending people about him being an atheist.
In terms of controversy, Ricky, you're not shy. You do like... Well, I don't know if you like... Do you like getting into trouble? Do you like...
I don't get into trouble. I'm a comedian. Fred West gets into trouble. I'm not gonna get into trouble. There's paedophiles with careers. What have I ever done?
Nobody even...
The bottom line is, I'll start to believe that real change is happening when people like Tony Podesta and John Podesta, who obviously have very, very odd tastes in artwork, to say the least, and have some very odd exchanges in these emails, are indicted by a court of law. As always, if you like this video, please share it on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter @JasonBermas, and if you can, go to WeAreChange.org. It's only through your financial support that reports like this one are possible.